you've been too kind to yourself, too forgiving of your own weakness. Perhaps you've chased comfort. Maybe you've built your life on soft illusions. You believed in easy paths. You yearned for effortless growth. Then reality arrived. It shattered the mirror. What you saw was a reflection you didn't recognize, a self lacking the iron to face the storm. We all want results. We crave success. We dream of unshakable strength. Yet few truly grasp the brutal price, the uncomfortable truths demanded by genuine discipline. This isn't about motivation. This isn't about hacks. This is about confronting the deepest parts of yourself, the parts that resist, the parts that flinch. Niccolo Machiavelli understood power. He saw human nature bare, stripped of pretense. Friedrich Nietzsche spoke of self-overcoming, of becoming who you truly are, not who others want you to be. They didn't preach softness. They demanded rigor. They understood the forge. They knew the fire, and they knew the cost. Today, we will expose 10 such truths. These aren't easy pills to swallow. They are difficult realities. They will transform you. They will break you first. Then they will rebuild you into something unbreakable. Discipline is the death of your false self. The first brutal truth of discipline is this: it demands a sacrifice. Not of comfort, not of time. It demands the death of your comfortable self, the part that loves excuses, the part that seeks validation. That version of you must vanish. Nietzsche spoke of becoming who you are. This isn't found in idleness. It is forged in resistance. It is born in the struggle against your own desires, your lower instincts, the self-indulgent identity you've cherished. It cannot come with you. It is dead weight. This feels like a betrayal. You've nurtured that self. You've protected its fragile ego. But discipline is a blade. It cuts away what is not essential. It strips you bare. This is not about feeling good. It's about being effective. It's about owning your own destiny. Machiavelli understood utility. He knew what was useful. Your old self is not. It is a hindrance. Let it go. It exposes your deepest cowardice. The second truth is piercing. Discipline will shine a harsh light. It reveals your inner coward. It shows you every hidden fear, every excuse you ever made, every compromise. You told yourself you were trying. You believed your own lies. Discipline is an unblinking mirror. It reflects your true effort. It lays bare your willingness to quit. This isn't a judgment. It's a fact. It's the raw data of your own resistance. You will face the parts of yourself, the parts that flinch from pain, that recoil from effort. This is uncomfortable. It is necessary. True strength emerges from confronting this reality. You cannot conquer what you refuse to see. People will resent your consistency. Here is the third brutal truth. Your newfound discipline will alienate some. Your consistency will be perceived as judgment. Your unwavering focus will make others uncomfortable. They preferred you soft. They liked you relatable. They wanted you to stay small because your growth highlights their stagnation. Your rise exposes their own lack of will. They will mock your routine. They will tempt you to deviate. They will call you rigid. They will say you've changed. They are right. You have. This is not a social exercise. This is a personal war. Machiavelli knew the envy of men. He understood that power invites resistance. Your discipline is a form of power. Your pain becomes your only fuel. The fourth truth cuts deep. Discipline doesn't run on motivation. It runs on something darker, something more primal. Your pain, every failure, every rejection, every moment you felt weak. That is your fuel. You don't numb it. You don't bury it. You convert it. This is Nietzsche's concept, turning suffering into strength, transforming poisons into medicine. The man who truly masters himself uses every wound, every scar. They become reminders. They become raw material. When you don't feel like moving, you remember the ache of regret. When you want to quit, you recall the sting of inadequacy. This isn't about being masochistic. It's about being pragmatic. It's about leveraging every part of your experience, even the bitter ones, especially the bitter ones. It offers no immediate comfort, only long-term power. The fifth brutal truth. Discipline is not a comfort blanket. It is a cold forge. It offers no instant gratification, no immediate warmth, only the promise of distant, hard-won power. You will ache, you will struggle, you will often feel unseen. This is the path of delayed gratification. It is a path few choose. The world trains you for instant hits, for dopamine surges. Discipline requires patience. It demands foresight. It demands the ability to endure, to work in silence, to build when no one is watching. The rewards are not loud. They are profound. They are rooted in the very core of your being. This power is not given. It is earned. Slowly, painfully, absolutely. For those of you still listening, still absorbing these difficult truths, you are the rare ones. You are the few willing to face what most avoid. This journey, this commitment to self-mastery, it's not for the faint of heart. If this resonates, if you find yourself nodding along, recognize that spark within you, that drive to confront your own limits. This channel is dedicated to forging that spirit, to exploring the depths of human potential through the lens of timeless wisdom. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Join a community that dares to ask difficult questions and seek brutal truths. Discipline reveals the true nature of your friends. Here is the sixth truth. Discipline acts as a filter. It will expose the conditional nature of many relationships. Your friends, who only enjoyed your company when you were convenient, when you aligned with their mediocrity. The moment you start rising, truly committing, some will fall away. They cannot keep pace. They resent your new trajectory. Machiavelli understood human loyalty, or rather, its absence. He knew men are rarely loyal when it costs them. They are loyal when it serves them. Your discipline, your self-mastery, it changes the dynamic. It changes the convenience. And suddenly, those fair-weather companions will vanish. This is not a loss. It is a revelation. It shows you who is truly in your corner and who is merely occupying space. It forces you to become ruthless with yourself. The seventh brutal truth. Discipline demands self-ruthlessness, not cruelty, not self-hate, but an uncompromising honesty. A refusal to negotiate with your own weaknesses. You will have to make choices that are deeply uncomfortable. You will deny yourself pleasure. You will push past pain. You will override your own internal resistance. This is a form of self-domination, a will to power over your own lesser inclinations. You become your own sternest critic, your most demanding general. You hold yourself to a higher standard, a standard most men couldn't fathom. This isn't about being mean. It's about being effective. It's about recognizing that internal leniency is often a greater enemy than any external force. Be your own prince. Rule yourself with an iron fist. It's a solitary path to unshakable strength. The eighth truth can feel isolating. True discipline is a solitary journey. No one can do the work for you. No one can withstand the internal battles on your behalf. You will spend hours alone, in the gym, in silent contemplation, working, building, fighting your own demons. Nietzsche often spoke of the higher man, the one who creates his own values, who walks his own path. This path is not often shared. It is often misunderstood. The crowd seeks comfort in numbers. You seek power in silence. Embrace the solitude. It is not emptiness. It is fertile ground. It is where true, unshakable strength is forged, unwitnessed, unapplauded, and profoundly yours. Discipline creates freedom through constraint. The ninth brutal truth seems paradoxical. Discipline, by its very nature, imposes constraints. It demands boundaries. It says no to myriad impulses. Yet this very constriction is the pathway to true freedom. Not the freedom to do anything, but the freedom to do what truly matters. The freedom from your own weaknesses. The freedom from external manipulation. You are no longer a slave to fleeting desires, no longer a victim of procrastination. By limiting your choices, you gain power over them. You focus your energy. You direct your will. Machiavelli's prince understood that power isn't about having infinite options. It's about effectively controlling the ones you have. This internal control is the highest form of liberty. It is the freedom to become the architect of your own life. not merely a passenger. It's not about feeling better, but becoming untouchable. And finally, the 10th truth, the most unsettling one. Discipline is not a therapeutic exercise. It is not about feeling better. It is about becoming untouchable. It is about building an inner fortress, a mind so sharp, a will so strong, that the chaos of the world simply cannot penetrate. You don't seek peace. You embody power. You don't hope for calm. You become the force that commands it. These truths are not for everyone. They are for the few who dare to confront themselves, who are willing to dismantle their old ways, to walk through fire. Because on the other side of these brutal truths lies a power most only dream of. A discipline so profound, it shifts the very fabric of your existence. This journey into self-mastery, into the unyielding truths of discipline, is a continuous one. It demands relentless self-examination. It draws deeply from philosophical principles that have shaped the most formidable minds in history. If you are ready to delve further into the strategies of Machiavelli, the insights of Nietzsche, and the wisdom of other profound thinkers who understood human nature and the path to strength, I've compiled a specific playlist for you. It contains more discussions on their core philosophies, their ideas on power, will, and the art of self-creation. The link to that playlist is in the pinned comment below. Dive deeper. What shadow, what part of your old self do you feel you must overcome right now to truly embrace this brutal discipline? Comment below. Share your hardest struggle with discipline. Your story might be the very spark someone else needs to take that crucial leap. And if this message resonated, if it struck a chord within you, consider sharing it with someone who you believe needs to hear these truths right now.